ho, ho! Merry Christmas! And what's your name, little boy? What up, y'all? It is. This music's kind of loud. Is it just me? Normally it's not this loud. The background J1 music is not this loud usually, but I'll turn it down a little bit. What's up, Jordan? Hope you recovered from your ice bath, which I think is absolutely crazy. I think one time I stuck I think it was middle school football practice after. That was the extent of my football career because I think I was the second shortest kid in my class all the way up through I think it was high school, past high school. I didn't hit a growth spurt at all. Not that I'm tall, but I didn't hit my growth spurt until like I was in college or after. Which I guess is there's the flip side of it's good is that I look younger than I am to a lot of people, I think, and that's because I was the little kid. But I remember in middle school when I did play football, I had stuck my leg into the ice bath and I just was like, nope, not gonna do it. It felt like a bunch of people stabbing me, a bunch of little people stabbing me with knives. So yeah, definitely wouldn't be able to do that. But I heard it is good for your body and is something that you should probably do. The whole going into a sauna, then jumping into the freezing lake, going to a sauna. I will say that it is kind of a cool feeling to go from a hot tub to snow, hot tub to snow. But anyway, we are not here to talk about health benefits, although we have all made it through the blizzard of the United States, if you are in the United States. Today, I think, was the first day that we were not in single digits. So I think starting tomorrow, we're getting a southerly flow, and it's going to start to warm up. Although, this weekend for New Year's Eve is going to be freezing, or not freezing, it's going to be completely raining and raining and raining. So we went from one extreme to the next. We're going to go up to 54 degrees, I think, on Saturday, but it's going to be raining the whole time. So doesn't start off the new year very well. And of course, all of you know, as me being a Buckeye fan, I still think it's absolutely retarded and stupid that the playoff committee wants to have football games on New Year's Eve. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But they just continue to do it because people keep watching it. And I didn't watch it last year, and I'm not going to watch it. I wouldn't watch it this year if it wasn't for Ohio State being in. So I don't think Ohio State really is going to win. I don't think we have much of a chance unless it's completely different offense than what we have been this whole year. I just don't think that we're going to. And I guess it is possible. But so I'm going to be welcoming in the new year with rain and probably a loss in the playoffs. So I don't think 2023 is going to start off very well for me. Although if it somehow doesn't rain, or only rains a little bit, and we somehow pull off a miracle and beat Georgia, then maybe 2023 could start great. So I guess we'll just have to see. Yeah, I just don't understand why they do the freaking playoff on New Year's Eve. I don't even care if it's a Saturday night, just not on New Year's Eve. People want to go out. It's just so dumb. And the fact that the game that I'm going to be watching is starts at 7 or 8. It's like it's not going to get done until the fucking ball's coming down. It's so dumb. I just think it's so stupid. But anyway, that is why we are not scheduling a stream, because there's just no way I'm going to, even if it did finish before the ball dropped, I ain't doing a stream because I'm not going to probably be that happy. Or I will just have had a heart attack and I'm not doing a stream live for that. So welcome everyone. We need to stop talking about those things and we need to start talking about the fact that we are going to finally finish this countdown of Casey Kasem's top 40. If you guys could, it'd be really nice if you would hit the like button, because I do want these videos to be seen because I think it's kind of fun and it's like a different sort of live stream. So if you hit the like button, it's more likely that some people will, possibly watch it. We are at 1,820. We lost like 5 people last week for some dumb reason. They just all 5 on the same day just left. But then it's been slowly creeping up with one here, one there. And so now we're at 1,820. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So maybe the likes can get people to watch us, because we are in the final stretch of this Casey Kasem's Top 40. And we're going to find out who's going to win this shit. And I will tell you right now, before we get into these next 5, I did last week look up who actually did it and who picked the song. But I decided when I was preparing these to not do that for these last 10, because I just didn't want to ruin it for myself to know who the winner is. So I don't know, again, who picked these songs, unless I just have a guess because I somehow knew. But I don't know the rest of the order of the last 10, who picked what song. So it's not something I know. I don't know who the winner is going to be. So we're all going to kind of discover over this live stream tonight. And then also Friday night is the finale. But again, Friday night is at 6 o'clock. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why are we doing 6 o'clock? Well, we're doing 6 o'clock because I was hoping that for the people like in England and other places, they might have a better chance to come because it's an hour and a half earlier than what we normally do on a Monday night. But there's only 8 people in the chat, so I don't think that that really did anything. However, I do think that on Friday it might be better because they don't have anything Saturday. That'd be my guess. So anyway, we've got JBB, we've got Kelly. Welcome, Kelly, coming back to join us for this countdown. Does anybody know who's going to win? And the other reason I chose 6 o'clock is because 6 o'clock on a Christmas morning. 6 o'clock on a Christmas morning. You should know that shit. If you don't know that song and you don't know that fucking lick, you're sorely missing out. Anyway, I'm sure Jordan knows what it is. So yeah, let's get to this and let's talk about, first and foremost, who's in the lead. I think it's John Feedy's in the lead because I did keep track up until this point. So right now, John Feedy has 5 points. So we have chosen 5 of John Feedy's songs, I think. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 songs for John Feedy. And coming up in a very close second is Mr. Adrian Widener, who is at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, double check that. He's at 4. And then in a third place is an Alex Barrett, who used to be a part of the channel, who is not a part of the channel for a long, long time. Then after that is Jappy. Jappy has 2, as well as Thomas Schumann has 2. But like I thought at the beginning of this, it's probably going to be a battle between John Feedy and Adrian Widener is what my guess is. I don't know who's going to win, but right now John Feedy's in the lead. So is he feeling confident, or Adrian, are you feeling confident? Because as we get into these next 5, we're going to find out if someone pulls ahead or someone stays ahead. Maybe someone comes deep from behind and penetrates that shit. No pun intended. And they take over the lead. And they all over you guys. You and John. Huh? All right. Is John in the chat? John, are you here, buddy? How can John not be here? John's the freaking winner of this shit so far. Where is he? All right. Okay, here we go. Does anybody have any guesses? I'll just say again real quick. The last 5 that we did was Sowen's Lucidity, and then Leprous Nighttime Disguise. Great fucking song. All these songs are great now. Caligula's Horse with Resonate, that you guys all try to make fun of me for, but I don't give a shit if it's a short interlude. It's one of the best things that they wrote on that album. Haken with The Architect, and then Ilo with Coalescence, which is my wife's favorite song that I have, and that was Mr. Manuel Romero, who finally got one on the list. Unfortunately, we do not have Scott K on the list yet, but that could change. You never know. You never know. So those were the last 5 that we did, and now we are going to start with number 10. As you have to understand, as those people in the chat are probably, or even people if you're watching this later, if you are thinking, I wonder what's going to come next, you should be able to guess better now as we keep clicking down to number 1, because you guys know my style. Now remember, one of the things I love about this channel and why I created this channel was so that we could have everybody's styles. And, you know, even if I don't like it, somebody else in the chat will discover new music. And I have discovered a lot of good music because of this channel, hence the Casey Kasem's Top 40. And there, even though I've been kind of spreading my wings, so to speak, with some of this newer stuff like Amon Amarth is good. I do think that's not going to be on here though, Scott, because I think I made the list before that, if I recall correctly. I don't know. But even though I have spread my wings a little bit, I still have my taste. And if you know me and you've been watching this channel for some time at all, I tend to like more of the melodic, maybe lower tempoed, Halftime is Life, you know, chord structures and progressive interludes, but also comes back to a home base. So that's going to probably be the stuff that we're going to get in these next 10. So that should kind of help you to guess what kind of songs are going to be somewhat coming up. But I also think you guys are going to be quite surprised, because I have heard some chitter chatter on the Discord, which, by the way, if you're watching this and you want to join our Discord, it's in the description of this video and every video that we've made recently. There's a link in the second tab, or I think it's the third tab, says Discord. Just click on that link and you can join our Discord and we can have discussion after this. I've seen in the Discord a little chitter chatter of what people think I'm going to pick, and some very good, maybe possible ideas, but also I think you guys are going to be quite surprised at some of these things I'm going to pick. So Mr. Sagers thinks that Riverside or Haken's going to be number 1. Someone thinks it's going to be Caligula's Horse. And Para just wants it to be Porcupine Tree because that would be something he picked, I'm guessing. So, all right, enough talking, enough getting you all revved up and giving you guys like chubbies. Let's get into this. So, coming in at number 10 is one that I'm guessing you guys probably wouldn't be in this spot. I'm sure you're going to be like, what the fuck is this doing here? I don't care. You know my style. You know what I like. And this is one of the songs that I just absolutely love when it comes on my top 40s list in the car or at the gym. And I think one of the reasons, besides the melody is just so strong in this song, it's also the message, which, again, I've always told you, lyrics are the least important thing to me in a song, especially on a first listen. But after I listen to it many, many times, if I listen to the lyrics and kind of start getting to understand the lyrics, and it does have a good message and it is kind of interesting, it's going to make the cherry on top. This is an instance where this song is still kind of like not very literal in a lot of ways. The concept seems to be kind of like very interesting. And I hope when my life comes to this time that I will be able to kind of think of this song and have it playing in the background. Any guesses what it may be? I think I know who picked this, but I'm not quite sure. So you guys are going to have to tell me. Here we go. His voice in this is so fucking beautiful. Does anybody know who picked this? I love his voice right here. This is about dying, I think. I'm pretty sure it's about dying. Is this Adrian? Damn, this song is so good. And then when this breaks in, it's awesome. This is Timed Evaluator. His voice sounds a little bit like Outliers. Oh, and the message is so good. If my time's up, let me tell you I have no regrets. I hope this is played at my fucking funeral or I'm dying from cancer, which is probably what's going to happen to all of us. We eat so much fucking sugar. Don't mourn me. Just let me go. I just hope it's not painful. Love that gent sound. So beautiful. Is this John Feedy? Who is this? If it's not Adrian, who is it? Somebody. Somebody check the list. Man, his voice sounds like the Outliers guy. Is it the same guy? Christian Armanto? That's what it says? I do know Christian. Christian, where are you at? He's turned in a couple of sets, but not many. My love, don't mourn me. It's like talking to your significant other as you're leaving this life. Well, there we go. Another one in the books. Coming in at number 10 is Time the Valuator is the band. And the song is When I Meet Death. And I thought it could have been anybody. I thought maybe it was because typically that kind of song would be something John or Adrian would show us. So I just was assuming it was one of them. But if you say Christian, I think I remember Christian. He hasn't been around in a long time, and he's only submitted, I think, a couple single songs. But I'm going to write him in now. Christian Armanto. And he hasn't... I don't think he's done a full set. He's just done a couple songs here and there, and this is one of those. So, yeah, my friends. Again, do you guys understand why that would be in my top 10? I mean, listen to how powerful it was, and that jun, 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 jun. It's a beautiful fucking song. Great melody. It goes A, B, A, B. It has your verse, chorus, and the chorus is very powerful, very like Caligula's Horse kind of powerful chorus. Not as good as Caligula's Horse, because nobody's as good as Caligula's Horse as, you know, at choruses and that kind of stuff. But it had that great, and then it goes back to it. And this song didn't really go off in anywhere progressive style, but it did have that beautiful, well-packaged song for me. Great voice, great harmonies. What more can you ask for? This is the kind of music that I love, and that's why it's in my top 10. It's just fucking awesome. So hopefully it sounds like a lot of you guys don't remember this, or did you guys not watch that? I'm guessing you guys saw that live stream or whenever we did it. Maybe it sounds like a bunch of you guys kind of forget it. So again, Adrian, it's not top 10 for you, but it's top 10 for me because of what I tend to like. Um, I just love it. I think, and I just know every time it comes on in my car, I'm just like, yes, I can't wait to fucking listen to this song. And it's not too long, so it doesn't drag on like some of the other stuff. Um, so yeah, it sounds like a lot of people don't remember that one. Well, hopefully you guys can add that to your playlist because it's a fucking sick song. So this next song coming in at number 9, a lot of people were questioning whether I was going to play this again. So Althostar, thank you. This is not my favorite song of all time in progressive concept song. And to be honest, I'm very surprised because I actually, I think it was last week or sometime, it just like popped up on my YouTube suggestions, somebody doing a reaction to this song. And I was like, oh shit, another reaction to Caligula's Horse. And it was Graves. And I was like, I just want to kind of check in to see what this person thinks. Because it also was from a person that is not a typical reactor to this kind of stuff. I think she's like some celloist or some orchestration woman or something like that. And I'm watching this, and you guys, I was pretty shocked. She thought it was shit. She was like, yeah, it was very disconnected. It was, and I'm like, is this fucking woman high? So then I started reading all of the comments, and I was like, and maybe it's because the people who were commenting were people that follow her channel, which are obviously not going to be people who like that. And I've told you guys many, many times that A Change of Seasons to me is the best concept written long form song ever. And it's better than this. It's better than Graves, in my opinion. If someone said to me, you know what, I can't get by James's voice, and that's why I just don't really dig this long form song, A Change of Seasons, I would be like, yeah, I think you're wrong, but I totally get it. But fucking Jim's voice in this song is absolutely gorgeous. So that can't be the thing that turns you off. And so you're turned off by the beautiful epic connection and transitions between part to part to part. And like all the comments in this fucking thing were like, yeah, look at that. I don't like this. I've never heard this before. This is terrible. I was like, you people, look, I'm totally all about people having different opinions and different styles and stuff that they like. But there are some times that I scratch my head that somebody could listen to Graves and think it's terrible. I'm like, dude, I can understand you may not think it's the greatest thing in the world because I don't think it's the greatest song ever written, but it's up there. I mean, it's really, really good. And you shit on it and say it's terrible. Were you listening to what I was listening to, or were you listening to like fucking, I don't know, somebody else? I don't get it. Anyway, this song is fucking beautiful. It's long. And for the third time in like a month, we're going to listen to it again. So here is Graves. Thank you, Althostar, for suggesting this so long ago, and here we go again. Well, Cucumber, I'm glad that you guys do not do that with my channel. Here we go. Let's kick it. Love it. I don't think they listen to this and be like, yeah, it's not really that good. Especially when it goes into this right here. And then how it breaks into this like chill vibe. The transitions are epic and great. And they're like, oh yeah. It just blew my mind. Blew it. Do I still have the lyrics to this? Maybe I'll put that up. Hold on a second. Oh, I do. Still have it. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that eruption of emotion that I just feel come up from my bowels right there. Dude, it's just so much rush of emotion. Like my... You can read the words, I've got them up there, and I'm going to put the next ones on there as well. How could you not like his voice? How? Uncultured swine. Adrian, that just got blocked. Like, I had to allow that to go through. And that rhythm and how they wrote that. How can you not love this, people? Here we go. Teary-eyed a bit. Get me teary-eyed. Beautiful. He'll go first. I do almost every time, Kelly. I listen to these fucking songs. I mean, that last chorus, we are the fire that whispers our mother's words. Help me love, help me finish it. We are the soil that joy gave form. We are the dream, and these are my father's hands. When I hear that, it's just... How can you not like his voice? He's fucking on crack. And I love how he goes... Fucking awesome. Kick it. Here we go. Move that down. There we go. It's so weird that we've heard this like 3 times in the last month on the channel. There we go. Is this the right ones? It is, Scott. It is, Mr. K. Ba, 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 ba. I love that. This is worship, man. Pick it. This is what the human race should sing after you win like a war and there's freedom. This is the song that you should sing. This might be one of the best choruses ever written. And I love this part right here. Waves receding because everything's okay. The work left undone. Got about 5 minutes left, I think, and it's like the best outro ever. Dude, this part is totally necessary, Ian. When it goes, it's just like, now we're gonna kick you in the fucking balls. I love how it builds there. Pick it. I love this. How can people not like this song? I can understand if you're like, not my favorite because it's too long. Oh, but there's no way you can listen to this and be like, yeah, it sucks. You are a fucking fool. You're gonna look back on your life and regret and be like, I should have liked that song as it was supposed to be liked. It's like Jesus, never appreciated. And when he comes back, he's gonna come back on a white horse. This song is gonna come back in your life as a white horse. This part's the only cheesy part to me. I still think it's cheesy. It's kind of the only part of the song that I'm like, eh. You know what's interesting is since his sets that he turned in, we have not seen the other Jim. Jim just disappeared. Hey, Scott K. The Bible has a lot of great imagery and a lot of great stories, so you can use it to make points even if you don't agree with everything in it. You sound like a Jedi. You can be my Padawan as long as I get to tell you what to do, Scotty. I just think it's cheesy, but I get it. I understand why people like it. I love that note. What is that? A beat? No, that's like a... Yeah, I don't have even relative pitch, so I don't know what that note was, but I love it. It's a great way to end that epic song, is just with one note on the low piano. It's got to be 2 octaves below middle C. Is it the lowest note? Does anybody know what that note is? Mr. Or Mrs. Perfect Pitch people out there, do you know it? I'm sure Michael would probably know what that note is. All right, so we have made it through that song. I'm guessing we probably won't have that song on the channel again. It's probably the song that is it definitely is the song that has been played most on the channel. Because most songs only get one listen. And then we had that... what was it, Second Chances, where some songs got played, which this song got played. Was it the song that got played on Second Chances? Which I don't know why, because I loved it in the first place. But I think people thought that I didn't love it, which is crazy. And We played it again a couple weeks ago, and we played it again here. So 4 times. This has been on here 4 times. Definitely no other song has even been played twice or 3 times. So, yeah. Graves, thank you for all you've given. You take the medal for being played the most on the channel. So there you go. Even more than any Dream Theater song. All right. So now that we've gotten through that, we are at 45 minutes. So this is definitely going to be longer than an hour, I think. Okay, so here we go. This next one I actually just heard recently live, and it was the song that opened up their whole set. That should tell you who it is. So this is a great song. I love it every time it comes on. It's like, that is definitely my favorite song by this band. Although I do like a lot of the other songs very close to this one, this is my favorite song by this band. It's the first that I think I heard by this band. I don't remember who suggested it, but I know somebody suggested it, I'm pretty sure, because I would have never heard of Vola unless they did. So here we go with 24 Light Years. Does anybody know who did this? Songs. And I must say, actually, I'm going to pause it. One of the reasons I love this song so much, and the reason I declared that Adam, I don't know how to say his last name, Janzi, is that how you say it? Adam Janzi is the new GOAT, is what I wrote on my Instagram, as the best new up-and-coming drummer. I've always said that technical prowess is great, and I definitely think Mike Mangini's probably at the top of the technical game. I don't think most people on drums can do what he does, but he's certainly not the best drummer, because I don't think he is creative in his part writing, but I think he's too metronomy, he's too mechanical in his feel. And I personally, I think there's a middle ground, because again, then there's Ringo Starr, who basically does nothing but a 4/4 beat. You have to have technical ability matched with your ability to write creative parts that fit with the song and serve the song the best that any song can. That's why Mike Portnoy is the best, is because he's very, very technical. Maybe not the most technical, but he's very, very technical. And his parts are so memorable, more memorable than anybody, I think. He just writes excellent parts with what Dream Theater does. Adam Janzi, to this basic fucking song, has managed to written a very technical drum part to it, and it fits perfectly with what the song is asking for, and is beautiful. That's why it's one of my favorite Vola songs, is because it just is so good. And on a lot of the other songs, like Ruby Pool, oh my gosh, his drum beat is just so perfect. And he loves that, like the stacks. He loves to use the stacks a lot, and it just fits perfectly. So anyway, yes, here we go. Who submitted this? Oh, it's the third. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't think about head mounted sideways. Listen to that. Adrian, this was you? I'll have to go back and make sure to find it. So Adrian claimed it's his, but I'm going to double check that. God, this song is so good. I was singing this at the concert a month ago at the top of my lungs. So good. Here we go. Oh, drums are fantastic. Adam, if you ever see this somehow, this drum part is so memorable and fits so beautifully with what they play. just like Portnoy talks about a lot, you take the same beat and then you lift it up by kind of changing it somewhere else. Listen to what Adam just did. He's no longer doing the but he's doing the same drum double bass pattern underneath, but he's just doing this. Oh. Here we go, kick it. Well, if it's gonna get blocked, it should probably put the filter on. This is also a song of worship for me. I feel like this is worshiping. And then it just stops and it's all quiet with the beginning. Right there.
There's an echo that seems to live on. 24 footprints obtained. I could live
Yes.
There's an echo that seems to live on. 24 footprints obtained.
It's that this is an example. Well, I'll wait. So this is an example of a perfectly blended mix of progressive-ish and electronic feel, like electronic sounds with progressive typical rock. It's a beautiful, beautiful blend. However, I will say, as I said after I listened to these guys in concert, his voice live was definitely weaker than what it sounds like, obviously, on the recording. And it would have been much better if he did a good job, I think. He just wasn't great. It definitely was like you could tell a difference between him live and how processed it is on this album. But the process, I don't care. I mean, he did a good enough job that when they sang it, it was so powerful and good. As I said, they opened up in the concert with this song. As you go to my Instagram, which, by the way, see up there in the top right corner is my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do that. You can see that I recorded a lot of them opening up. Now, the second thing I wanted to say is if you go on Adam's Instagram, he just posted a video in his little Santa Claus shoes playing, it's just focused on his feet, playing the pattern to this song. It's fucking awesome. On his little Santa shoes, he's like, and he's like playing it. It's so great. It's so great. So, yeah, his voice is just a little bit weak. I agree, Kelly, but it's not enough to take them out of they're definitely in my top 5 bands. I have them, I think, number 5 or number 4. It's Soen and Vola are very close to me. Although I think I might pull Vola above Soen because Soen, a lot of their songs are very kind of the same to me, at least the ones we've heard on the channel. Whereas Vola has in the same arena, but they have a lot of different sounding songs that are, heavy at times and stuff like that. Dude, at that concert when we were at, Kelly, they were just, did you feel that crowd? That crowd was just so into it. So good. So good. So if it truly is that Adrian picked that song, Adrian, do you know? Is it? I'm guessing it's on the description Excel document, right? What was the date of that? What was the date of that? Like, is it a hodgepodge maybe, or was it when we were doing these like specific sets with people? I don't know. Remember, it's been a while since I've heard it. And I remember Head Mountain Sideways was like maybe last year at this time when we started the. By the way, we've been doing, to my surprise, these pay for plays, these hodgepodges and stuff like that. We have now been doing it for almost a year. When I decided to start this, it was literally just a joke. It was like a half joke because we were getting so many people suggesting stuff that I just couldn't get to all of it. And I thought, this is not going to last very long, and it's lasted a year, and I'm so thankful for it. And I think it's just made the channel much more solidified as well. So March 29th, 2021 is when it was. Okay, I'll have to go look at it just to double check. But if that's true, then Adrian has now tied it up. So that means, which I'm still wondering where the fuck John Feedy is. I'm surprised he's not here. Maybe he's like with family or something for Christmas. But it is now John Feedy has 5. Adrian also has 5. And Christian Armanto has 1. Because he has now put himself in there. And Althostar, do you have any more than 1? I think Althostar only has 1. But he has Graves, which technically counts as 2 because it's awesome. All right, so we are now moving on to the next one. Does anybody want to guess what the next one is? We are now at number 7. We are getting close, people. We only have 7 more songs until we are finished with this list. Adrian has just capitalized on 24 Light Years and has now tied it with John Feedy. We are coming into close to the home stretch. We're not in the home stretch yet. That'll be on Friday. But we're coming close to the home stretch, and it is neck and neck between John Feedy and Adrian Widener. So let's get on to this next one. Again, I don't know who picked this. I'll be honest with you. It was really hard to only pick a few songs from this band. I honestly had to go through multiple songs and kind of eliminate ones. And this is one of them that I could not eliminate because that's how I was working. It wasn't like, okay, what songs do I have to put in? It was more like, what songs can I eliminate compared to the other songs? And this was just one that I could not eliminate. So here we go with our number 7 on the list. And I can't wait to listen to it because the vocal harmonies in this are just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Here we go. I love this fucking song. And somebody mentioned it when we first had Haken way back in like number 40 or something like that. People were like, oh, what about Laps? Well, here you go, motherfuckers. Holy shit, this was Adrian too? Are you sure, Adrian? I'm sure Colin's not going to like that Haken's got this many. And part of the reason I did it this early was Colin to be here. Where the fuck is Colin? Oh, this is right here, my favorite part. Oh. One of my favorite choruses. This is as good as the Caligula chorus. Oh. Listen to that. song is fucking sick. I love how it goes into this like funky section, jazzy funky section. Right here. 80s-ish. Kelly, I can't believe you're saying this about Ross's voice. You and I just kind of lost some points together, Kelly. His fucking voice is beautiful, especially in these high parts. Sounds like an angel. Yes. Oh. Can't contain my excitement. This song is so fucking awesome. I love this chorus. It's like you're going into orbit. Halftime. Oh my gosh, his voice is so good. But yes, I think Jim is my favorite. And Ross a little bit above Einar, but Einar's so close there. I do find it a little interesting. We were at like 19 until this song came on, and all of a sudden we dropped to 14, 13. So I think people don't maybe like Haken somehow, or they just got busy. All right, so it appears, if this is correct, Mr. John Feedy, when you watch this later, your ass might be burning a bit, dude. Yeah, it sounds like the tortoise who started off slowly. And I do remember, John Feedy, you were being a little prideful on the last one, jokingly. But you might be getting some humble pie, because not only has Adrian just tied you, but back to back. If this is true, again, I'm going to double check this so that we can't just say that he did it. But it seems like if Scott's saying it was on the list for March 29th, then it's probably right. But yeah, Mr. Feedy, you are now in the back seat of the car, and you better start kicking some serious ass to catch up and at least tie it. Okay, this is getting into the fourth quarter. We're definitely getting into the fourth quarter, and you guys have 1 quarter to battle this shit out, probably. All right, so. Oh, it's not credited on the sheet? March 29th? Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back and check to make sure. All right, so I don't know how you couldn't like that song. It's fucking amazing. All right, so now we are going to finish tonight with our last song of the set of 5 today. And I think when I play the song, several of you are going to be quite surprised, but that's okay. And I do know this one only because, unfortunately, there was no one who picked this song. This is another one of those, I picked it because of something that was suggested before, and I just picked it to do it. So unless I'm pretty sure there's nobody who's going to get credit for this, I think it's my credit. So this is going to go down as no +1 for anybody, but I think for me, because this was something that I picked as a result of something else. So for those of you that have been waiting for this, you should probably know that this is another Caligula's Horse song coming in for number 6, and definitely my favorite Caligula's Horse song. Let's kick it. Here we go. Ba-da. Is this you, Don? You're gonna have to point out where you picked it. Oh. I might tear up. I'm gonna get the zone. I love that delay. Oh. Oh, such a good song. Here we go. The building is coming. Oh, I'm sorry, but this is definitely better than Dream the Dead. I love Dream the Dead, but this is better. Here we go. Kick it. I'm trying not to sing. I'm trying. Man. There is only one song. I didn't cry there, but I definitely got teary-eyed. It's like there's only one movie, not one. There's a couple movies, I should say. One movie that definitely makes me emotional and cry, and I've seen it over 100 times, is Good Will Hunting at the end. And this is a song that I think there have only been maybe one or two times I've listened to this and have not gotten welled up a little bit. That song is just so fucking awesome. And I know that that was going to surprise a lot of you that that was not in my top 5. But that just goes to show you that, in my opinion, there are 5 better songs for me. Okay? That is the context. For me. I know not for you, but for me, there are 5 better songs. As much as I love that song, that I feel like are, again, and I said this a couple of Casey Kasem top 40s ago. If the songs are kind of like, 5 and 4 or 5 and 6, it's so close. Like, you're splitting hairs at that point. It's not like I like this one so much better than this one, and there's like a clear distinction. They're pretty much in the same thing. So like maybe one of the songs that I have put in my top 5 ahead of this song, I do like better overall, but maybe it doesn't have the emotional response that I have to that song like this one. Just because I have an emotional response to this song doesn't mean it automatically makes my top 5 just because of that. So I want to make that clear. But there are 5 other songs, and I think a couple of them you probably can guess pretty easily what they're going to be. But I think there's a couple of songs in my top 5 that are going to surprise the shit out of some of you. And as I've listened to my top 40 list over and over again, they weren't necessarily in my top 5 because I didn't really think of it that way until I started making the list. And as I was thinking about it, they just the song kept moving more and more into my top 5 list, to where, again, when I was eliminating songs, I was like, I cannot eliminate the song from my top 5 because I love it that much. Dream the Dead, really, really good song. Anne Graves is better than Dream the Dead for me. And then, of course, Hands of the Hardest is my favorite song by these guys. So, that brings us to the end of tonight. We're at an hour and 12 minutes. Adrian has pulled in the lead. Does anybody know who picked that song? Who picked? I'm pretty sure it was me. I have to go back and look at it, but I remember it was me saying like, oh, Dream the Dead was suggested, because that Dream the Dead was the first song I listened to by these guys. And then I think people were suggesting it, but it wasn't like, at that time we weren't doing pay for plays. So nobody, like, I was just kind of like, oh, I want to listen to these guys again. And I picked this song, and to my shock, it was my favorite song by them because it's just such a great song. So I will go back and double check these, but if it is crazy, or if this is correct, I should say, that Adrian did pick the 2 that they say he picked, then that means that Adrian is now in the lead. And Adrian is going to be at 6, and John Feedy is at 5 still, because John did not have any in this last 5. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of the week, and hopefully you enjoyed tonight. And I know, again, that not all of you agree with my top 40, but that's why it's called Casey Kasem's top 40 and not Cucumber McCumber's top 40. He can do his own. Which, by the way, Cucumber, you need to get on it. I haven't seen a video posted from you for a long time. But once again, we will be back here at 6 o'clock on Friday. I'm trying to do it earlier so that people from around the world that are kind of later in the night would have an easier time joining it. But it is going to be the wrap up for this year. It's going to be the last video of this year, as well as the conclusion and finale of this Casey Kasem's top 40. It's taken us quite a bit to get into. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of the week. I am off for the week, so I'm on vacation and I'm just chilling. Adrian, you should feel pretty good going into the home stretch, but you never know. Scott could come behind McCumber, even though I can't stand anything that he puts in. Just kidding. But you never know. It could be Scott K could come from behind in the next 5 songs. Although even if he had the 5 songs, he wouldn't tie you. But yeah, John Feedy at this point, it's between you guys, and it's going to be ever who has the most songs in the top 5, if any of them. Yep, all great tracks. They are hard. I hope you guys understand how difficult it is to make this top 40 list. It is very, very difficult. So, all right, peace out, guys. Have a good one, and girls, we will see you guys on Friday, hopefully. I don't know where Mr. McGill. Oh, there he is. I was wondering where he went. Okay. All right, peace out, y'all. I'm out.